USA Warrior Stories is a not-for-profit organization designed to record, archive, and share videos of veteran stories, to help veterans make a connection with one another and to help us all better understand their sacrifices for our freedoms.
Good evening, Grizzly Pair. How we doing tonight? Yes, thank you for coming out to celebrate veterans. We've got an amazing show for you tonight. And now we'd like to bring up your host. He is the mastermind behind this evening. Please give it up for Jay Lawrence.
How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. So I know we got a lot of veterans in here, right? So this is what I want to know. How many Army veterans do we have? Okay, a couple of you guys. A couple. What about the Navy? All right, they're a little louder than the Army. The Army's stuffing their face, so they're not paying attention right now. Oh, yeah. What about the Air Force? Okay, quite a few Air Force. That's what I like to see. They have nothing better to do, though. They just come out to a comedy show. Oh, my God. Any Coast Guard here? Right, they're DOD anyways. Who cares? Forget about them. Listen, one of the comics you guys seeing tonight is Coast Guard, so don't mess with them too much, all right? What about Marines? Yeah. Really? Really? Why you gotta be like that, huh? You just eat your food. Don't feed the beast. Don't feed the beast. You know, I agree. Now, I saw a gentleman today wearing a Tons Tavern hoodie. Yeah. So who can tell me a little bit of history about Tons Tavern? Go ahead, Tons Tavern man.
10 November 1775, born in a bar. Hoorah!
Keep going. So was it not the first recruiting place ever for the Marine Corps?
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. You're missing one fatal fact. You're missing one big fact there. Well, that's why you guys are drunk now. But the one big fact they're missing is actually Tons Tavern is documented in the history books as the very first gay bar ever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Hey, Space Force don't exist in my eyes. All right. Congress can think whatever they want. In my eyes, it don't exist. They're part of the Air Force. Yep. There you go. There you go. Man. So how many teachers do we have out here today? Nice. What do you teach, ma'am? Huh? Elementary school? I'm sorry. Those kids are crazy. Man. What about you guys over there? 6th grade elementary as well. Wow.
High school, of course.
Oh my God.
Middle school PE.
Oh, Lord help us all. Lord help us all. Now, I'm actually a teacher as well. I do teaching during the day, and I teach junior ROTC. Thank you. Thank you. But one thing that I really don't understand are the things that kids say nowadays. It just baffles me. I had a kid come up to me and was like, "Hey, Sergeant Lawrence, you look drippy." I was like, "What the fuck you say to me, drippy?" Swear to God, I was about to throw hands with a 14-year-old in the hallway. Right? Well, I learned that later. I learned that. But you got to understand why I actually thought the way I thought. Because the last time I was told I looked drippy, I had to get tested for STDs. Yeah, so my PTSD came back. I got really upset. I was scared. I was like, Lord help us all. We're going to friggin' die up in here. Man. So I'm glad that we have a lot of veterans here today, and I want to let you guys know, as you guys can see, I'm wearing a Combat Zone 360 shirt, right? This shirt is actually my veteran nonprofit organization, and this is kind of what we do for the veterans. It's veterans helping veterans. So I love that veterans are here supporting veterans. Coming up, our whole lineup tonight are military veterans. We're going to have a great show. All right, so that's going to come here shortly as well. Where are all my married couples at? Yeah, they just said, I'm here. Yeah, that's us. How long have you guys been married? No? Oh, Lord. They're like, nope, we ain't married. What about you guys? Huh? 35 years. Wow. Give it up for them. That's awesome. I've actually been married for 23. Yeah. That does not deserve an applaud. No. No, the reason why I like to see that somebody's been married longer than me, because that just means I'm not the only celibate person in here. We're in the same boat, sir. Yes, we are. No, it's so bad when I go to the bars and I leave and go to the bathroom, I actually leave my drink uncovered, hoping somebody's going to roofie me. Half the time I'm not even going to the bathroom. I'm just out there scouting it out, like who's going to roofie me? Yeah, so it hasn't happened yet, but that's all right. I actually went to my therapist, and my therapist prescribed me Ambien. We all know what Ambien's for, right? Yeah. Now I just go home and roofie myself every night, hoping my wife's going to date rape me. Yeah, hasn't happened yet. So I'm going to get into this conversation happening over here. So what are we talking about right now? The reason why she's not married? I mean, look at them. Come on now. We already know that. We know that issue. The reason why she's not married, right there. Oh, man. So what branch did you retire from?
Air Force.
Air Force, and I knew he retired because I met him a couple days ago, so, or actually last night. All right, what about you? Air Force. They're going to be rich one day. They will. Man, I retired from the Army, which means I'm not going to be rich. It's all right. It's all right. But listen, I got a couple ground rules for you guys. You guys look like a really lively bunch, right? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to be up and down on stage all day, all night. We're going to have a lot of fun up here. But I do ask, when the comics are up here, please let them go on with their set. Do not heckle them unless they heckle you first. But be aware, these guys are professionals. They will dig in and hurt some feelings. All right? All right. Listen. Are you guys ready for your first comic? This first comic coming to the stage, he's a really, really good friend of mine. Is he over there? Oh, there he is. All right, he performs all over the city. He travels outside of the city and performs. Put your hands together for Malachi Fox.
What it do, people? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? Okay, it's a room full of veterans, you know what I'm saying? We knew Air Force was in the front because they the only one that purchased food. Everybody else like, nigga, we can go hungry, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? The defect about to open up in like 20 minutes. I understand. You know, for me, I served back in 2014 to 2017. I did a short little contract when I was in the military. I was in the Army down in Fort Hood and whatnot before they changed the name. And, you know, now it's just a bunch of bullshit history that goes on with my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29. I got no kids. I'm an uncle. Never been married, so don't feel bad that you're not married, all right? Never been married. That's mom and dad right there? Oh, you don't know them? Okay, cool. The reason why she not married, because she ain't sucking enough dick. That's what it is. Yeah. Listen. I know y'all was probably wondering this supposed to be a clean, friendly show. No, it's not. I was in the infantry. We don't give a fuck what the hell we say. We just don't. We don't give a fuck what we say. We say what the hell we want. We outside in the cold shoveling snow for no fucking reason at all. Telling you, man. You know, getting out the military, I've been all over the place, man. And moving to New York City is definitely crazy as hell. You gotta have moxie and balls to live here. You really do. Like, real talk. If you wasn't in the military, you can't handle New York City. You can't handle living in the Bronx. People come here, they be like, oh, this New York City, Manhattan. No, go to the Bronx, all right? Go where the crack kids at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to teach you how to break dance. 12 a.m., you got one crackhead trying to sell you everything that he owns. I'm just like, nigga, what the hell? The Bronx is dangerous. Not too dangerous, but it is dangerous, man, especially the 4 train, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you in New York City, you gotta be able to learn how to mind your business, but mind it with a side eye. I'm just being real. You gotta mind your business, but mind it with a side eye. I was on a train one day heading to work. Out of nowhere, this young lady got on the train and said, hey, yo! Anybody laugh at me while I'm on this train, I'ma fuck them up. So, you know, I had the AirPods and, you know, the noise canceling. So when I heard that, I had to press pause on the joint. So I was like, pause. But I was minding my business, but kept it with a side eye. Now, in the midst of her saying all that, you got this one dude coming on there, listening to R&B, look like he just got out of work, drinking Patron, just dancing. Talking about, yeah, girl, suck this dick. I said, what the hell? I'm telling you, don't know what goes on in the Bronx. Anything can happen at any time, at any moment. That's why you gotta be tough. For me, you know, when I got out, I worked security again. Like, I do security down at the NBA store. But they cut my hours recently. And the reason why I think they cut my hours is because I took too many L's in like 1 week. Yeah, when you're a security guard, you can't lose at all. My first L was losing to a crackhead. Ain't nobody tell me these niggas was this strong at all. Nobody told me this. Especially the skinny ones. No one told me these people was this strong. So I was working one day. Somebody called me upstairs, said it was a crackhead upstairs. So I went up there. And you can tell it was a crackhead because he had this striped blue shirt on. You know, crackheads get that layaway striped shirt. He was sweating profusely and whatnot, had a bloodshot left eye and shit like that. Half his hair done was like R. Kelly's with braids and an afro from like trapped in the closet. So I said, nah, it's time to go. I don't know why crackheads want to look at Jordans but be dirty up top, but dirty at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Don't make sense. So on the way down, the crackhead grabbed this mystery bag. You know what that mystery paper brown bag is. The brown bag that comes from any type of supermarket or one of them old school stores. We ain't never heard of that shit no more. So he grabbed 2 shirts and put them in the bag as he was going down. So I had to call my manager downstairs. Like, yo, Kev, the crack kid had grabbed 2 shirts. Make sure you get down and block the door. Now, my man Kevin, he kind of like you, but a little more stomach. So when he got to the door and I got to the door, we both blocked the door, but nobody told me this crackhead had the power like an NFL linebacker. So he started pushing us through the first set of doors. So we tried to tell him, yo, you're gonna have to give us the shirts and get on out. He said, gentlemen, please let me go. I said, gentlemen? What kind of 1966 shit is this? This is the most politest crackhead I ever met in my life. But as he became more polite, he got stronger. So now, I'm in the process of getting pushed through the first door. We get to the second door, I see the customers in the store pulling out their phones saying, oh shit, look what's happening. So not only am I losing a fight, I'm also on TikTok as well too. So now I said, we not about to lose this fight, Kevin. Get this shit, let's do this. So the crackhead kept pushing. I said, nah, we ain't gonna lose. So I had to put my hand on one door handle and put my foot up. Now, when you go and look at the video, type in NBA store in New York City. All you gonna see is one hand here, one foot here, and the crackhead got his arm around my neck trying to push me. And on the back of my mind, the only thing I could think of was to call my manager upstairs saying, Nicole, please call 911. So as the crackhead continues to push and push and push, he broke through. But they were still recording, so I got mad as shit. I said, nah, Kev, if we gonna lose the right way. Grab the brown paper fucking bag. So he grabbed the bag. You wanna know what was in that bag? You really wanna know what's in that damn bag? You really wanna know what's in that damn bag? Not a goddamn thing. This was the most useless crackhead in the fucking world. The only thing he stole was utensils and milk from Trader Joe's. Tell you, man, that's 2 L's in a row, and I think that's why they cut my hours. So I was like, fuck. Now, it took me back to a time before I get off stage, because I know my time coming up kind of quick. But we gonna take it back to a military story real quick, all right? So this is when I first joined Army, back in 2014. Now, back in 2014, I was going through a breakup, all right? She felt that in her heart. She like, tell me some more. So, you know, in 2014, go through a breakup, head down to Fort Hood, Texas. Fellas, if you know what's the first thing you would do when you go through a breakup, when you move to a new state, what would it be? There you go, get some new pussy. Around this time, dating apps had just came out. Tag had just came out. If you don't know what Tag is basically like what Tinder is today. Back then, you can do one night stands and have no issues. Exactly. She been on Tinder a lot lately. That's why she blurring this shit out. Now, during this time, I was talking to this chick for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just 10 to 15 minutes. She had asked me, what would I do for a PS4? I said, that depends. What you trying to do? She said she want to role play. So I said, all right, bet, let's do this shit. Now, the way we supposed to role play, we supposed to do love and basketball. But I didn't get the chance to know Shorty enough or what she looked like, what was she about. Because when I knocked on the door and I got to her door and she answered, she showed up in this basketball dress and I didn't know Shorty was 6'5". With that dress on, she looked 7'3", in my opinion. So it was like Shaq and Kobe standing in the fucking doorway at this present moment. So this wasn't love and basketball, this was the NBA Finals. Now, at this present moment, you probably think go home, right? Try another day. Fuck it, I went through with it. Now, what made this transition go left is the positions that we was in. The first position, doggy style. Yeah, you know you gotta get it off the gate real quick. It made it go left is because when Shorty bent over, her ass had went from my chest to my lip immediately. So at this present moment, I didn't know whether I was supposed to box the cat out or eat the box. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, let's play one-on-one. Now, my mans, you got your lady right here. You know what the next position is. Missionary, right? Exactly. So what you do with missionary, fellas, you lay her on her back, spread the legs open, get close to her, let her whisper them sweet dreams into your ears. You know them sweet dreams y'all ladies like to be saying. Ooh, go deeper, go deeper. But fellas, you know in the back of your mind when you hear your lady keep saying it, be like, bitch, is all I got. It's like they want us to step into the motherfucking pussy while we already fucking. I don't get this shit. So now, when you a missionary, what's the best way to get that deep innovation? You take her legs, throw it over your shoulder, right? When I took Shorty legs and threw over my shoulders, they reached my ass. And as I started to stroke, she proceeded to kick my ass at the same time, too. So I was just scared, and I tried to stop, but Shorty locked the legs around me like a roller coaster ride. So it's like I'm stuck in this fucked up pendulum of trying to stop fucking, but every time I stopped fucking, she kept kicking. So it's just like this, like that. I was scared. I don't know what made Shorty turn herself on, but she decided to palm my face like a fucking basketball. I'm getting even more scared then. Because she started to shine like Shaq, too. All you heard was, Kobe, who's your daddy? I said, Kobe. Bitch, this ain't even my damn jersey. So now in the midst of all this, stuck in this pendulum, hand to the face, she keep asking me, who's my damn daddy? I'm about to snap on this chick. She see me crying as I'm about to snap. She was like, Kobe, what's wrong? All I asked was, who's your daddy? I said, bitch, it is Fred. Fred. She said, who the fuck is Fred? My daddy, bitch. At the end of the night, I got that PS4. Y'all enjoy your night. Stay blessed.
Give it up for Malachi one more time. I was surprised he went back for more after that. Okay. Are you guys ready to keep this roller coaster going? All right, listen, this next guy coming up to the stage, really good friend of mine, performs all over the city. This is the Coast Guard guy I talked about, so don't give him a hard time, or I'm going to come up here and roast all y'all. All right? He'll be able to do it himself, so that's all right. And you're next. All right? Put your hands together for Noha Miller.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I feel like Jay's just ensuring that somebody's going to roast me. That's good. Yeah, Coast Guard, what's up? You're welcome for my service. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one you think. Don't worry, the real branches will be back up here later. Don't worry about it. You guys are gonna be fun. No, listen, I get it, guys. I don't know how we're a part of the military either, okay? I don't understand. I don't know when that happened, but I'm psyched about it, okay? Do you know how much money I've saved at Home Depot because of that decision? It's incredible. I'm psyched about being in the military. I don't go to war. I get like 10% off. I mean, it's a good time. I do feel guilty about it because veteran benefits seem pretty ironclad, right? Like every time somebody proposes cutting them, there'll be some senator that gets up there and they're like, you can't take away their benefits. These men and women fought and died for this country. And I'm just standing behind them like, yeah. And they were on a beach in San Diego too, so we deserve it. We deserve it. No, I know we're a different breed. I know because of like the reactions that you guys get. When he said Marines, what do you guys even? You like bark at him. What are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what. Okay, I wasn't inviting more. No, it's crazy. We don't have that kind of enthusiasm. Nobody said anything when the Coast Guard. Even if we had vets in there, we don't have like a call and response. You know what I mean? I can't be like, yeah, I was in the Coast Guard, and people are like, splash. You know that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. We're just like we're a weird little branch. We get like made fun of a lot. I know. I'm used to it. Like the day I joined, somebody was like, "Oh, you're going into the Coast Guard? Isn't that just the gay Navy?" Ha 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 ha. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like the gay Navy's redundant, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't. No. Like, listen. I know we got some sailors. I don't mean any harm. That doesn't bother me at all. But and some of you are like, can this guy talk about the Navy? I can. Come on, Splash. Well, this is the deal. My dad, he's gay, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm allowed to bring it up. He's not here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm out of the Coast Guard now. I'm out. I'm keeping the haircut for the discount, so that's why I still look like this. But it's cool to be out now. When you're in the military, they tell you like you're more restricted. Right? They tell you things are like, oh, you can't have TikTok. That's what the Coast Guard told me. They're like, Noah, you can't have TikTok. Did you know that China? It's owned by China, and they'll have access to your data. And that's coming from an organization who lost my data to hacking on 3 different occasions. It's like, yeah, if China doesn't have it at this point, they're just not interested. All right, Coast Guard? I've put my own shit out there, you know what I mean? Like, I put my social security number into the internet to get a Starbucks, a Sunoco gift card. Fuck, whatever, it doesn't matter. You guys I appreciate it. That was a fun one. I know, we've got some dates out here. I feel bad for you guys. No, it's rough. I get it. Dating's real rough. I had to get off the apps because my wife asked me to. But it looks complicated. The name of every dating app confused me. I don't know if you guys see, like, the name of every dating app is either like a random noun or it's like a very specific group of people, right? The conversations I overhear are like, yeah, I wasn't meeting a lot of guys on diving board, so I switched to only Southeast Asians, and I've had a lot more like, you're allowed to do that. You can name your dating app for groups of people, right? Like sometimes. You can't call it like white people only, you know what I mean? Which you shouldn't do that. I don't think you should do that. They still have dating apps for white people, but they use euphemisms for it, right? They'll call it like farmers only, and you're like, all right. I see what they're doing here on Hiker Meetup, you know what I mean? I see how they're skirting the system here. I'm married. My wife is from Mexico. Gracias, everybody. Thank you, appreciate it. I think she spoke Spanish. Thank you. Yeah, she's from Mexico. Veterans know, like, when you're in service, it's not uncommon to have a spouse from overseas. A lot of times that's where you're stationed. In the Coast Guard, we don't really go past Mexico, so that's how that happened, right? Yeah, so it was cool. We had a little bit different of a marriage. We had to do the fiance visa. I'm sure that's like probably curriculum at boot camp now. I mean, it should be. It should be. I know a lot of people go through that. I wasn't familiar though. Like before we would go through that process, I didn't know about it. And like that's how my wife got her citizenship to the U.S. was through our marriage. Like I was just surprised to learn that I could create a citizen. You know what I mean? I think they should tell you that when you turn 18, right? Like get out there, start making some Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Everywhere, red, white, and blue. It's not easy, guys. It's not an easy process. But marrying somebody, that's the easiest pathway for citizenship in this country. And it's a scary thought to me, like I could be somebody's best option for coming here. Yeah. I don't think it should work like that, you know? If you want to immigrate to the United States, you could be a very accomplished person. You could have like master's degrees, you could have a PhD, and the U.S. government's like, that's probably not going to help you. But, come here, have you considered marrying Noha Miller before? You know, others have had success with that route, so yeah, maybe you give that a shot, you know. I think you should have to. If you're pro-immigration, you should have to marry an immigrant. That's my stance on it, okay? I'm tired of people telling me they're pro-immigration and find out they've married 0 immigrants. Okay, I'm +1, guys, all right? You got to get on my level, okay? It's like they say, you want to see change in the world. You know, you act locally, but you marry globally, all right? That's how we're going to start fixing things. My wife obviously speaks Spanish. I'm trying to learn Spanish because I think she's been talking shit about me. So, yeah. I would also like to know what she says during sex. I think that could be useful. Yeah. Something about Javier. I don't know what that translates to. Exactly. You let me know after the show, all right? I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Javier. I don't know. It's hard. It's another. I'm not listening to that. No. After the show. Thank you. I know people in the military don't take directions well. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's hard for me to learn because she'll only speak Spanish to me when she's angry, right? That's how I know she's mad. It takes one word from her in Spanish and I know she's upset with me. And sometimes that's just the word no. And I can see what you guys are thinking. Isn't that word the same in both languages? And that's true, but she'll say it different, right? She'll be like, no. I'm like, that was in Spanish. All right. Yeah, she had a enye on that. That was a Spanish one. It's hard, but like I feel for her though, because like I know from like previous experiences, I know I'm a difficult person to argue with, based on how many times I've been punched in the face in my life. Guys, I've been punched in the face 3 times in my life, okay? And none of them did I think we were having a fight, all right? I thought it was a discussion. And at some point, all 3 of these men decided they would rather commit assault than hear one more word from me, okay? After the first 2 times, I was like, still blaming them, like, these guys are crazy, you know what I mean? But after the 3rd time, I'm like, what am I doing, okay? Do I just have a punchable face? Is that what's going on here? Nobody's saying anything? All right, shit. I guess that's probably it. Now I get into different kinds of arguments with my wife. We got into a fight over dog toenail clippers. You heard that correctly, dog toenail clippers. This is what happened. My dog's toenails were getting long. I made a comment to my wife, hey, we should go to the vet, get those clipped. And she said, why wouldn't we just use the dog toenail clippers that we own? And I was like, we own those? Where are they? She's like, yeah, they're in the dog's box. And I felt so stupid, you know, of course that's where the dog would keep them, right? And I looked, they're not there. I go back, could they be somewhere else? She's like, you know what? We might not own them. I was like, well, yeah, how do you know where they are if we don't own them? And she said, well, if we did own them, that's where they would be. Yeah, an adult told me that, guys. I'm like, hey, I'm familiar with where things would be, okay? If we had a Ferrari, it would be in our parking spot, but I'm pretty fucking sure we don't have one. Just escalated from there. You know. She told me no. And here's why I think I'm good at marriage, though, is because I don't like to leave things in a fight. When she got home later, I wanted to make it up to her. I was like, hey, you know that pair of shoes you wanted? Why don't you look in the closet? And she looked. She's like, where are they? I don't see them. I was like, oh, I didn't get them, but that's where they would be, okay? And then she punched me in the face. And, hey, you guys have been a ton of fun. Give it up for your host, everybody.
Give it up for Noah one more time. You guys were nice to the Coast Guard guy. I love it. Good job, crowd. Good job. We only had one person talking. Yeah. No, I feel what he's feeling. My wife's actually Hispanic too, Mexican. You know, I get punched, everything. I feel it. I'm on board with him. I actually don't learn Spanish because every time I try to, her mother just laughs at me. Like, no, not happening. True fact, true fact. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Listen, this comedian came all the way to Vegas, from Vegas, just to entertain you guys tonight. I want you guys to get loud and put your hands together for Linda Marcus Smith.
Hi, everybody. Hey, how we doing? It's so hard to do comedy because I'm so hot, so fucking hot. It's hard being this hot doing comedy, right? Right, you get it. Right? Being hot. You know what hot is. And it's hard doing comedy when you're really old. You'll get there. Don't worry, you'll get there. And when you're so white, you get it, right? And white privileged. I'm teasing. We are white privileged, though, because, you know, take a look at our participation trophy. I mean, our birth certificate. That's what it is. Yeah. I've been aging. Anybody getting older up in this bitch? Yeah. Hot damn, yeah. It's my most relatable material. I just turned 21. Thank you. Again, I can drink 3 times the legal limit. Killing it. I started comedy when I was very young in life. You're wondering what that is. At age 63. I told you, you'll get there. Don't worry. And I started in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. That's right. The town with all of the rioting and burning of statues. I call it the Upper West Side of the map. Ugh. Yeah. I started comedy, and none of the young people at my comedy club wanted anything to do with the little old lady on stage trying to be funny. Do you know, every time I got on stage, I taught them to go on a smoke break. We know what that is in the military, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't care if you call me a man or a woman. I'm 72. I don't even care anymore. Yeah. So, you know what I did when they didn't want to hear me tell jokes? I did sit-ups. Us military, we're in shape for life, right? Right? So I did sit-ups through my entire set. Like for 5 minutes, I did nothing but crunches. Turns out, the whole time I was doing all these sit-ups, they just wanted me to do one curl-up. Curl up and die, bitch. I'm not compliant. I'm still here following my dreams. That's right. Give it up for the old lady following her dreams. Nobody's going to get in my way. And they're not going to ignore me. I'll make darn sure of that. They walk in and they high-five each other. I'm like, hello, over here, high five. That's right. You heard it. So I know you're going to find this really hard to believe, but I really am a military veteran. Yeah. I was in the Army. I was. Now you got to go on a little bit of a dark ride. It's 2023. I get it. Can I have your consent to tell the truth and be real? Okay, you got to go along on this ride, young people. Okay. So I was in the military before Gloria Allred and the Me Too movement, right? I was. So when I went in, I was in the Women's Army Corps, a WAC, right? Yeah. But the thing is that most of the time, every day, all day, the men wanted just to take a whack at me. Hello. That's why I'm still smiling at 72 trips around the sun. I had a lieutenant. We'll call him Captain Ronald L. Reese from Indianapolis, Indiana, because that's his name. And every time I was the only woman on the post in Hanau, Germany in 73. And every time I would walk into a room full of men, I'd walk in, what? When I walk into the room, when I walk into a room full of men talking men talk, then he would turn and say, look, they call me the 60-minute man. Look at me to see how I'd react. I heard that a couple times, and then out of my mouth the third time, I said, what, to get it up? You might write it down, ladies. You might need it someday. That was the last time I got promoted in the military. But I don't care. That's when I started learning I was really funny. Yeah. I had a lot of great things happen in the military. You're asking yourself right now, she looks a little damaged. I wonder if she got damaged in the military or after. I do have a brain injury, but I didn't get it in the military. I had to come back to America to get fucked. Wait, fucked over, that's what it was. I got hit by a drunk driver in 1996, and it was free, and I'm part Jewish. Woo! It's winning. Come on, you guys, it's the year of the Jew. What, did Kanye come in here right before me? What's going on? No, I did. I got hit by a drunk driver, knocked the brains right out of me. You guys, if you get upset about stuff, all you need is a brain injury. Your fake friends will leave so fast. You'll hear the skid marks and everything. I have a daughter. I know, you're probably wondering what the hell, that's not a good combination. Have you ever had a brain injury and raised a daughter? They don't turn out normal. Yeah, my daughter, she was wonderful. How many of you have raised a child to the age of 18? Thank you. Well, I raised my daughter till the age of 36. I was slow. She was fine. I was like hovering over and wouldn't let her go. How many years do you think it has been since she spoke to me? 9.5. Yeah. But you know, we all have people in our family that don't speak to us from time to time, or we don't necessarily always speak with our family, right? That's right. It's relatable. So I have a joke. Do you want to hear a dark joke? Yeah. Okay. About my daughter. Yeah. I was pregnant twice. I gave birth once. So you know what that means, young ladies. No, it was back before you couldn't get an abortion. I got an abortion. Okay? I know it's getting quiet. But have you ever wondered, just for a minute, go with me, that maybe the one that you aborted, you might have made a mistake? I see you not laughing. I get it. Some people aren't for abortion. If I had it to do all over again, I wouldn't. But I would join the military again. Am I right? Thanks, you guys. I'm Linda Marcus Smith.
Give it up for Linda one more time. How many of you guys out there have kids? So you know exactly what she went through. How many of you guys have daughters? You're about to know what I went through. No, I'm telling you, every man in here, if you're married and have a daughter, you understand what I'm about to say. Every time I go to say something, evidently they got something more important to say. I can never get a word out. They always cut me off, right? So I actually did something I thought I'd never do and start text messaging. Do you like text messaging? Me neither. Me neither. But it was going beautiful for a while. It was really going beautiful for a while. I would text message, they would send it back, and my daughter broke the fucking code. She learned how to talk over me in a text message. Yeah. And it went something like this. Hey, send. Where are you at? Send. Mom, send. Said, send. You, send. We're send. And it goes on for 10 minutes. And I'm a little illiterate. I can't read that fast. So I blocked the bitch. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not. Can't stand her. Can't do it. You guys ready for your next comment? Listen, this comic come to the stage, Army veteran, really good friend of mine, performs all over the city. You guys can see him on Vet TV. Put your hands together for James Mack.
Awesome. Anybody single in here tonight? Clap it up if you are. Awesome. Cool. I see some of the Marines have their sailor next to them. It's fine. So, yeah. No, I am single. I know you're all surprised. You're like, no, James, you look like you invented fucking. How is that possible? So, no. I've been single for a little bit. One of my friends was like, dude, you got to check out the app. So I went through the app store on the phone. There are 129 different dating apps, y'all. Some of them are real specific. Like if you want a Jewish person, you go on JDate. If you want an Asian person, you go on LinkedIn. So, yeah. But while I was searching through there, I saw that there was an app for like if you already have STDs and you don't want to spread it anymore. So, yeah, one of them was called Herpes Heroes. I was like, oh, wow. So, look, some of the fuckers in the back are like, what was that again? What? Jesus. But I was thinking about the 129 different apps, y'all. Like, that's just too many. Like, we got to start combining some of them so we could take some of the old apps and mix it in with some of the newer ones. Like, we could take Herpes Heroes and, like, Plenty of Fish and mash it together and call it Herpes Fishing. Yeah, where you'll reel in something you can't throw back. Yeah. I've been single now for about 3 months. The last girl I dated, though, like, she ended up breaking my nose. How many of y'all have TikTok in here? Clap it up. Yeah, awesome. 6 of y'all. The rest of y'all are fucking lying, too. So... No, the reason I say that is there was a trend going on. Y'all might have remembered this, where women were like, "Oh, when guys say set on our face, set on your face? Do they really mean set or do they mean hover?" Here's the problem, y'all. I'm originally from East Texas. I grew up on a ranch. We don't use those types of words back home. So I told her to plop down, and she did. Yeah, she plopped down, busted my nose, and I was yelling. She's like, I'm trying. So, and then she must have thought, she's like, oh, in East Texas, they teach them something different. Like, she was like, I'm so wet. And I'm like, bitch, that's my blood. No, one of my friends, I told him about that, and he's like, dude, he's like, she busted your nose? Like, what was her tailbone made out of? Titanium? I was like, I don't know, man. It all tasted like copper to me. So, yeah, one of my friends, though, tried to set me up with her roommate. She's like, James, before I introduce you to my roommate, though, I need to let you know that she's poly. And I'm like, that's cool. She can dress up as whatever bird she wants to. Like, I'm a southern white boy from Texas. I'm a cracker. She can eat me. It's fine. Yeah. But she's like, no, dumbass, that means she's polyamorous. She likes to date multiple people at the same time. And I'm like, oh, wow, y'all are real progressive up here. Because back home in Texas, we just call that a whore. So, yeah. Yeah, as soon as I open my mouth, though, everybody, first thing that they notice about me is obviously my accent because, you know, I don't blend in up here. And one of my friends is like, dude, how do you pick up women sounding like that? And I'm like, bitch, you're from South Boston. You sound like an extra in a Matt Damon movie. Fuck off. But I told him, I was like, I have an entire process I go through in order to pick up women. Like, if I see a pretty young lady at the end of the bar I want to go talk to, the first thing I do is turn my accent up a little bit. Yep. Take my hat off so she sees I'm not bald. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, some of y'all. Yeah. Walk right over to her, look her dead in the eye, and be like, you're prettier than a newborn deer. Yeah, some of y'all are like, that shit don't work, and I just saw 3 women have to recross their legs. So, you could say you spilled a drink, but we all know the truth. So, no, if that don't work, I do usually let them know that I'm a veteran. I spent 15 years jumping out of airplanes in the Army. Yay. And, yeah. Nice to know so many people saw my masturbation video from Iraq. Thank you very much. That is impressive in 130 degrees in a porta potty, isn't it, y'all? It's, yeah, like, don't even need lube. It's just the sweat and tears. There. Now, one of my favorite things, though, is people always like, oh, did you get to travel? I'm like, yeah, I actually got to go to a couple really cool places. Like, I got to go to, like, places like Brazil and Germany, and that's the end of that list. So, yeah, because I also had to go to some really shitty places like Iraq, Afghanistan, and Newark, New Jersey. So, yeah. But here's the thing, y'all, and if you've ever told somebody you deployed downrange, I don't know how many of y'all heard this, but people will come up to you, and even when I'm on the road, people come up to me and be like, dude, when you were downrange, did you ever have to kill anybody? I look at them, I'm like, no, I didn't have to. So. Like, why? You hiring? You got a job? What's up, man? Shit. No, what's the other one that you always get asked? Do you got PTSD? Yes, I do, and I'll give you a second to find your exits. So, yeah. I've convinced my mom, because she's from middle of nowhere, Arkansas, that PTSD actually stands for being pretty, tempting, sexy, and debonair. So, usually I get a couple whistles, but fuck y'all. All right, cool. Yeah. And I did hear that, and it was too fucking late. So, no, one of the things I have fun with is how many of y'all go to the VA? Yeah, this is a comedy show, not fucking first grade. Clap, fuckers. So, for the Marines, that means put 2 hands together. Like, yeah. You know, like you're holding the big crayon. So, no, I go to next time you go to the VA, look on the walls. There's always posters up there that say, make sure you know the suicide prevention hotline. Yeah, which used to be 1-800-SUICIDE. Who knows what it is now? It changed in January. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I was so happy that they shortened it up. Unless you have a rotary phone, then you're fucked. So. But one of the things I always thought was weird, I'm sitting there waiting to go see the psychiatrist, and I'm like, suicide prevention hotline. Is there a suicide assistance hotline I don't know about, y'all? Is there a number I don't know about that you call, and they're like, thank you for calling this the suicide assistance hotline. How may I assist you today? You're going to do what? Take pills? You're a pussy. So... Yeah, the other thing I thought about is 1-800-SUICIDE. Like, suicide is a hard word to spell with a gun to your head. I mean, seriously, I could probably only do it once. So, but here's the thing, y'all, is I thought about easier ones that they should have used, like 1-800-I-KILL-ME or 1-800-YOU-SUCK. So, or 1-800-WET-TOASTER. Yeah. Yeah. It's always fun. The doctor actually put me on an antidepressant, and he let me know, he's like, James, if you stay on antidepressants for too long, though, it'll mess with your sex life. And I was like, if I had a sex life, I wouldn't be depressed. So, yeah. Exactly. But I was like, but go on, doc, what you got? And he's like, well, if you stay on it too long in guys, it can cause erectile dysfunction. But there's two different types of erectile dysfunction, y'all. There's the kind that make you take a blue pill, and then the kind that make it seem like you're always on a blue pill. I have the second one in case you're wondering. I need this front row to keep their eyes above my waist, thank you very much. Especially you, sir. Yeah. But here's the thing, y'all, is I was on the road not that long ago, and I was down in Columbia, South Carolina doing a show, and a couple college girls came up, and they were like, hey, is that joke you said about the antidepressant and how it reacts with you, is that true? And I'm like, yeah. They were like, you got a hotel? I'm like, yeah, and you ain't coming with me to it. So, and my opener, because I'm 45 now, y'all, and my opener was like 26, and he's like, dude, you know they wanted to fuck, right? I'm like, yeah, I got that. So I'm like, but there are different expectations of how tonight would have went. Like, she's hoping I blow their back out. I'm hoping I don't blow a hip out. So, like, I'm really hoping I get them both to call me daddy, but I am deathly afraid that one of them's going to be bored, look over their shoulder, and be like, oh, Pop, you're doing great. So, y'all, my name's James Mack. Thank y'all so much.
Give it up for James one more time. Listen, I'm glad they shortened that suicide hotline too, because I tried to call it a couple times. I just couldn't figure out how to spell suicide. So I just had to sit depressed in a corner rocking back and forth. It is what it is. I did. No help from anybody else. Not even my wife. Are you guys ready for your next comic? You're going to have to get louder than that. Are you guys ready for your next comic? Listen, this next comic coming to the stage, she performs all over the country. Put your hands together for Jennifer Madden.
There you go. Cut that shit, DJ. Now, how y'all doing tonight? Yeah, so fun fact about me, I just moved to Harlem from the south side of Chicago. And nobody talks about how hard it is transitioning to a new state, right? So, like, it's been getting a little bit lonely for me. So I've been thinking about ways I could practice self-care. So the other day, I bought myself a dozen roses. The batteries were sold separately. Now I'm having a great time, Harlem world, baby! But no, a funny thing about being in Harlem is that I get mistaken for like Hispanic or Latino a lot. Like a lot of people come up to me and they like start speaking Spanish. They be like, hey, mommy, and I'm like, no, mommy, no daddy either. No habla español, el negro. So I'm like the only Navy veteran in the building, which is really cool. I heard that the acronym for Navy was like never again volunteer yourself. So I think that's pretty cool. But like a fun fact, like my job when I was in the military was called aviation ordnanceman, right? Hoo-yah! Hey, if you ain't ordnance, you ain't shit, hey! See, y'all don't know nothing about that because y'all ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? But basically what we do, we are the ones that load all the bombs and the missiles onto the aircraft to go out and do their missions, right? And so for some strange reason, ever since I got out, when somebody get passive aggressive with me, my first reaction be like, I'll blow this bitch up. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that joke, because if y'all didn't, I was gonna blow this bitch up tonight. I'm glad we're all safe. But no, it turns out I've got PTSD. So now I'm processing and shit. Now I'm in therapy. One of the things I'm processing right now in therapy is the fact that I lost my dad recently. I didn't know him. It's totally fine. Because technically he died recently, right? But we lost him like 25 years before that when he left to go to the liquor store. we didn't find him. For some milk, you know what I'm saying? But like, we didn't find him until the funeral, you know? And like I felt a little bit guilty because like I couldn't like with full confidence like identify the body. You know what I'm saying? But like I couldn't tell the funeral director that. You know what I'm saying? So when we get there, we had to treat it like an episode of Maury. You know what I'm saying? We get there, she's like, Miss Madden, is that your father? I see him laying there in the casket. I'm like, just give me a moment. I see him laying there. I lean over to pay my respects. I smelled the fifth of Hennessy. I said, you are the father. You are the father. I knew my daddy was still at the liquor store. But no, my dad, he's with me now always, though. He is. And I know this because I got his ashes. I got his ashes. And one day I was smoking weed, y'all. I forgot my daddy urn was in the windowsill. I opened it up to get a little draft, and all I saw was my daddy urn go out the windowsill like. And what I'm trying to say, y'all, is I'm having a hard time processing the fact that my daddy back in these streets. This time it's because of me, you know what I'm saying? But no, single people in the building, make some noise. Okay. That really was a vibe check. I'm trying to figure out whose face I'm sitting on tonight. I'm trying to retire these roses, man. You know what I'm saying? It's getting hard. It's getting hard out here. But no, I think I figured out why I'm single. I think I'm single because I dress like a lesbian gym teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing about the way I dress that says fuck me. You know what I'm saying? It's giving more like fuck me. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty cool, you know. It doesn't stop people from coming up to me asking me random stuff. Like I had this guy approach me the other day asking me to be in a polyamorous relationship. And I have nothing against polyamory, but I just personally believe you should leave it for the rich people. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude was like broke as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like broke as fuck. I'm like, look, I'm no accountant by any means, but I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be requesting a polyamorous relationship with a single amorous income. You know what I'm saying? Like, sir, you want me to agree to a party at 3, but you can't even afford a Wendy's 4 for $4? Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not about to play Hunger Games with you. Fuck you, sir. May the odds be ever in your favor. You know what I'm saying? But no, I knew I was catching feelings for my sneaky link, y'all, because I don't store numbers in my phone. I knew I was catching feelings for my sneaky link because we were leaving a hookah bar one night, and he was like, yo, like, I'm not ready to call it a night. Now, I don't know if there's any other lady gamers in the building, but I'm a video gamer. I love to play video games. And one of my favorite games to play is NBA 2K. He was like, yo, let's go back to your place, play 2K, winner gets a foot massage. So I was like, don't threaten me with a good time. You know what I'm saying? So in true ladylike fashion, I beat him by 20 points, just so it was very clear, like, who won the massage, right? We get into the massage, 2 minutes in, he takes my foot, he takes my toes, and he puts them in his mouth. He starts sucking my toes. He held my ass. It felt amazing. Next thing I know, I stored this number in my phone that night. I did. I stored them in my phone under Foot Locker. Yes, I did. And I be waiting outside his house every Saturday morning like it's a Jordan release. Do you hear me? But no, my dating life has been pretty weird. Has anybody in the building, anybody tried dating apps before? Yeah? What dating apps have you tried? Hinge, okay. That's the one that's supposed to be deleted? Yeah, that one. Yeah, I tried Hinge. It was okay. Anybody else try dating apps in the building? What is that? Oh, okay. I'm like, what the hell? It sounds like some new age shit right there. Sound like you get wrapped up after the end of the night. I don't know if I'm down for that. My people already been through slavery. I ain't trying to go through. I don't want to get wrapped up, held up, tied up, none of that. I'm good. Anybody else try dating apps? Bumble. Okay. I tried Bumble. Bumble was okay. It wasn't that bad. Which one did you try, sir? Eat plants. Oh, shit. What's that, like, fuckmevegan.com? Like, what the fuck? But no, I tried dating apps, y'all. I hated it. I hated it so bad that I wrote a song about it that I would like to sing for you guys tonight, if that's all right. It's coming up on my new mixtape. It's called Good Pussy and Mood Swings, Volume 1. And the name of this song is called Fuck Dating Apps. Huh? I say, you ain't about to WYD me to death. I ain't trying to get to know you through text. If I agree to a date, ain't trying to hear about your ex. The fuck? I'm allergic to fuck boys, so you could stab. Now I need that slow way, y'all. Cause see, I tried Bumble, then Hinge. This can't be how my life ends. No, online dating is a weird space. All I'm trying to do is sit on somebody's face. But only if we catch a vibe. They said there's plenty fish in the sea, but I think they lied. It's all trash. I had a guy offer me to be his hall pass. Went to his place, vibe, put up a tall glass. But when he whipped it out, I had to take a hard pass. See, this is why I'm single. I'd probably have better luck being known Christian Mingle, baby. Even tried sugardaddy.com, but somebody granddaddy hit me with an N-bomb, and I hate it here. Y'all been so much fun. Y'all have a good night. Give it up for Jay, everybody.
Give it up for her. Keep going, keep going. Listen, everybody, we're going to keep this rodeo going. Y'all ready for it? All right, this next comic coming to the stage, really good friend of mine. He came all the way from Philly just to entertain you guys tonight. Yes, I want y'all to put your hands together for Trayvon Fulton.
Hey, what's happening, beloved people? How we doing this evening? We good? Yeah. Give it up for all the comedians you've seen so far. Give it up for them, yeah. And for Jennifer's song, it was only like 3 people clapping on beat. It's all good. I heard. It's a race joke, but yeah, man. Look, Veterans Day, man. This our day, baby. This our day. Free food, baby. Free food. Y'all didn't partake. Y'all ain't partaking tomorrow. Y'all doing it? Y'all free in here. I mean, I'm talking about anywhere else. You know, y'all didn't really. Okay, I don't know about y'all. I be partaking, God dog. I use it for everything, right? I tell everybody, I be like, you late. I be like, you only got the right to say that because of me, you know? You're welcome. I tell people everything, you know? I don't care. I always make people feel bad about it, too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you try to get military discount at places, and it don't be military discount, and you know, you be like, yeah, military discount? Like, sorry, I be like, it's cool. I was only willing to risk my life for your freedom. They're like, I be like, over and over. They be like, okay, I'm sorry. And I be like, it's all good. You smell that? They be like, what? I be like, smells like freedom. Something that I risked my life for yours over and over. Like, oh. Yeah, man. I'm coming from Philadelphia, man. I've been in Philly for a few years. I'm actually born and raised in Richmond, Virginia, right? And so, hey, South in the house, you know what I'm saying? So there's a thing we have, you know, called Southern hospitality, you know, and Richmond is, you know, a pretty rough area, you know, and I was like, I wanted to escape crime, poverty, and violence. So I moved to Philly, you know what I'm saying? Might as well make my life shorter, you feel me? Like, I think we got Southern hospitality. Spoiler alert, Philadelphia doesn't know much about it, you know? Like, we have regular things in the South we can do, you know? Like, speak to people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially once you come above the mason, especially not in New York either. You can't speak to somebody, because if you speak to somebody, you want something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, say hello to somebody. Hello, they got oils or something for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know, but yeah, all my Southern hospitality is gone now, though. It's all gone. I mean, all that means is that I honk my horn at people for stopping completely at a stop sign now. That's it, you know? Like, I don't even hold doors no more when I go home. I just let it close. I be like, your hands work, Mom. Okay, you be out. Fuck out of here, you know? I gotta, like, really embrace, you know, the culture. Back at home, right, back in Virginia, I come from a preaching background. My father is a preacher, and I was a preacher, but I left there. You see how that's going, you know what I'm saying? My father... He wanted me to follow in his footsteps. Now, the thing is, my father, he felt like everybody in the Bible was black. He said, everybody. Like, Dad, I don't feel like, yeah, E-R-R, body, you know, from the South, everybody, yeah. I was like, Dad, I don't feel like it works that way. I don't think everybody in the Bible black, you know. I was like, Dad, I personally think Jesus' disciples were Mexican. Follow me before I lose you, okay? This is the gospel according to Trayvon, all right? All right. Said, why do you feel that way, son? I said, because Acts 2, God came to Solomon and said, hey, you and the other disciples come together in one accord. So we got a thinking crowd out here tonight, you know? The joke usually ripples, you know? What I'm saying is, I don't know anybody else who can fit 12 people in a Honda. Do y'all? That's just grade A racism tonight. Good. It's more where that came from, you know? Hey, like, I talk about it all, right? Because, you know, we all have worldwide perspectives because we all travel. We was all in the military, so I talk about it all, right? And, like, you know, I see things differently. Like, you know, one day there was a Caucasian lady, right? And the place in Philly is called Penn's Landing. That's where the ships and stuff come in, right? So I'm there, and the Caucasian lady, nothing wrong, she's Caucasian, but she sees me, skips everybody and sees me. She said, hey, sir, we're giving out free colonial cruises. Sir, we're giving out free colonial cruises. Sir, do you want to go on a free colonial cruise? Hell no, I don't want to get on a free colonial cruise. Why? I was like, because the last time we got on one of those, we ended up here. Philadelphia? No, nigga, America, where's your history book? I called her the N-word. I was like, you deserve this oppression, ma'am. You deserve it. It's the only time, you know. It's the only time, you know. And I mean, you know, I was in the Army. You know, I did 12 years in the Army. So I say who to all of y'all, you feel me? You know, so there you go, baby, there you go. Now, here's the thing, right? Like, everybody always want me, you know, when you in the military, want you to protect and serve them. I'm not him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you leave the fate of the country in my hands, we all fucked. I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? Like, you see these glasses and these sleek pants. You like, when I said I was a preacher, you're like, I knew it. It's the corduroy. I knew it. Because the thing, like, you know, people always want you to do things for them. Like, one time my cousin, she's locked out her apartment. And she was like, Trayvon, I need your help. I'm like, what's up? She said, I'm locked out of my apartment. I need you to go in and open the door, from the window, open the door. I said, that's cool. I could do that. No problem. She said, here's the thing. It's on the 3rd floor. I was like, here's the thing. No. Come on, man. I need a soldier. I need you to go in there, do a few pull-ups, open the door. I was like, it sounds like you need Spider-Man. That's not me. I don't know what you need me for, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give there, and people want me to protect and serve, like, I give non-threatening black man. Like, you know, most people don't know I was in the military. Like, you know, and here's the thing, I think it's because, you know, bald, glasses, and I ain't even had these glasses at first. Like, and I've been bald since I was 19. I've been bald for a long time. And I ain't even have a beard. I was just out this junk with eyebrows. I was walking around looking like a healthy stage 4 is what I'm saying, you know, like. I heard it all. People would talk about me, you know, they would say things about me. Like, one time I got on stage, and when you're a non-threatening black person, they just say what they feel, you know? Got on stage, and the dude was like, somebody get Little Bill the fuck off the stage. I was like, come on, sir. Sorry, sir. He was like, hey, y'all, this guy look like Jinkies. Jinkies? Sir, you mean Velma? It's a fictional female character, sir. His response was, hey, y'all, this nerd know the name of Jinkies. You're right, I do, sir, I do. And here's the thing now, everybody always want to thank you for your services, right? Like, this is the only day I want people to thank me for my services on Veterans Day. Every day, we get tired of that, right? Y'all get tired of it. Like, I feel like there's wrong times to be thanked for your services. You know, like when I got to Philly and I was still in uniform because I was living out there, I still am, and I was still in uniform. And I got a nice Philly welcome when I got there, nice Philly welcome. I had got robbed. What happened was, right? So like I was at the store, right? And a guy walks in with a shotgun. He cocks it. He was like, everybody on the ground now. Everybody immediately looked at me. I immediately looked at them. I was like, you heard the man. He said everybody on the ground. I don't know what you're looking at me for, you know? So I'm finna get on the ground. And he taps me with the muzzle of his weapon. And he was like, hey, man, real quick, before you get on the ground, you know, I want to say, you know, thank you for your service. I was like, you're welcome. Do I get military discount off this robbery? He was like, nah, I still need your wallet. I was like, fuck out of here. was another guy. He was getting a robber, a breaking and entering happening, and he wanted me to help him. He said, "Hey, sir, is the breaking and entering happening?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're looking at me for." He was like, "I need you to do what soldiers have been doing since the beginning of this country, since the beginning of this time." I was like, "You need me to do what?" He said, "Yeah, I need you to do what soldiers have been doing in this country since the beginning of this time." Like, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." So I stole the rest of his stuff, and then I moved in, right? I moved in. He was like, "Oh my gosh, you can't do that." I was like, "Yes, I can." I stuck a flag in his yard. I was like, "America, I now own all of I'm discovering this land that you got there, sir. I'm gonna just move in, blow all stuff up, freedom." You know what I'm saying? Like, I say one last thing before I get out of here, right? I'll say, I'm divorced, right? And the thing is, right, my wife, my ex-wife, now she was from North Philly. Now the thing is, in North Philly, that's where all the gangster rappers are from, right? Now her words to me, everything was, "Hey, stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't like it's North Philly." To everything, right? I'm your husband. Now when I first get there, right, I like, "Hey, sweetheart, I want a nice place. I want some grass, everything." I get there, no grass, there's caution tape 2 doors down. I was like, "I don't want to go in there, babe." She was like, "Oh my gosh, stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't like it's North Philly." It was West Philly. It was the part where Will Smith from smacking people, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's still bad out here. First time coming to New York, I want to go see my friends. We're in the project building in New York, right? We go see her. It's 15 black guys outside with black hoodies on. Look like a Wu-Tang video. Like, I don't think I want to go in there, sweetheart. "Oh my gosh, here you go again. Stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't North Philly." Like, "Yeah, sweetheart, it's the Bronx." You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to remember why she like that, why she's such a thug. And I made the mistake, I married a military woman, right? I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened was, right? I'm like, why is she such a thug? She's so calm in the face of danger. And I had to remember how we met each other. And we were in the military together and we deployed. Now, we were in Erbil, Iraq. Now, you gotta have on the IBA, Kevlar, and a weapon 249 or M16, right? Now they're shooting at us, Erbil, Iraq. We do an emergency landing. We had to come out like the rope, be all you can be commercial, whatever. And so we pull in security, let's go, let's go. My wife at the time comes out, bulletproof vest, no Kevlar, is on her book bag, holding her weapon like a purse, sashaying in the desert with ISIS. My commander sees her, kicks her clean, smooth in the chest. She falls in the dirt. He says, "Soldier, what are you doing? We're in the war zone. You need to get yourself together." She looked at this guy dead in his face and was like, whoa, sir, relax. Why are you acting like that? Because we're in Iraq? Stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't like it's North Philly. I divorced her ass that day. I've been Trayvon Fulton. Thank y'all very much.
Y'all ready for your next comic? Listen, we got two left. So I want to see that energy keep going. This next comic coming to the stage, really good friend of mine, produces shows here in New York City, performs all over the country. Put your hands together for Matt McCoy.
Yeah, what's up, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Man, there's usually a lot of diversity in America's working force of the military, just not tonight in the front row. It's not tonight, son, yeah. Just these three over here. That's the only diversity, right, that I can see, man, and that looks like my Pornhub search, you know what I mean? That's fucking, let's go, you know? What's up, man? How y'all good, man? Everybody's military, I'm assuming, right? Is it military? Yeah, just from the chirps? Okay. You said maybe, bitch? What does that mean? What are you, J. Rotzi? Oh, do you fucking... Oh, okay. All right, man. Fucking, your dad was in? What was he doing? All right, so he wasn't really in. Good. All right, so yeah, that's right. Listen, man, I was in the Air Force, too. I didn't really do shit. I'm going to be honest. That's what I'm saying. I didn't really do shit. You know what I mean? Do we have some Marines in the house? There it is. Those motherfuckers did some shit, okay? I was buying a computer like, get them, Bond, but see ya, bye. You know what I mean? We didn't do shit. Y'all kicked in doors in the back, huh? Yeah, I knew it. I could tell. All right, hell yeah. Y'all got some divorces though too, don't you? Yep. Came back, bought a Dodge Charger and shit. I know you. Yeah, let's go. I like that. Yeah. I like it. Okay, hell yeah. All right. So this is a real. Look, man, I like this. This is pro-military. A lot of New York crowds aren't pro-military, you know what I mean? I'll be in different shows. Man, I was at literally recently, I was at a show at Gotham Comedy Club, and I said I was a veteran. Whole crowd just looked at me dumb as fuck, just didn't know what to say, right? And you can only do that here, right? Because, like, that don't happen everywhere else. Like, you say that where I'm from, Missouri, whole crowd will just be, USA, USA, USA. Which is dope, but there's always just that one guy that goes a little too far. It's like, USA, and the South shall rise again. You're like, God damn it, Jeffrey with a G. I mean, it's just fucking, we're not even the South, dog, you know? Get it together, buddy. I heard we had some divorce. Okay, so we got single people in the house. But he felt that in his soul. You know what I mean? How long you been single for, bro?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. But you ain't got pussy for 2 weeks. You made it sound like it was 2 years. I mean, that's fucking, God damn, that's a horny military motherfucker right there. That's crazy, dude. Were you married?
No, not recently.
No. Okay. Well, then what happened 2 weeks ago?
No, my girlfriend.
Is it girlfriend? All right.
Divorce was like years ago.
What branch of service were you? Marines? Okay. All right, yeah, chill. All right. Yeah, I get it. Are you on the apps now?
Not recently.
Not recently. Okay. Is anybody on the apps? Single people, y'all on the apps? Rest of y'all on the apps? No? Y'all not happy about it? I can tell. Okay, well, fine. Listen. I get it, man. Look, I just found out recently my wife was on the apps. I haven't done it. Yeah. Yeah, no, military. Y'all feel this. Listen, not the same app that y'all are thinking of. Y'all ever heard of TaskRabbit? All right, so for those of you who don't know, TaskRabbit essentially is where your significant other calls over another man to come over and build shit in your house because you're too big of a pussy to figure out how to build a shelf, okay? So she paid this guy $300 to come over for 4 hours and just build shelves all over the house, and I've never felt like a bigger pussy in my entire life, okay? I followed this guy around like, hey, do you want some water? The problem was, this motherfucker was like cute as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, he's really good looking dude, okay? 6'3" Hispanic dude, came into the house, spoke Spanish. My wife speaks Spanish, so for the entire time they're going back and forth speaking Spanish. I don't know what the fuck is being said. It's the only time in my life I was like, hey, we speak English in this house, okay? He got me back though too, because after the fact he was just like, hey, can you pass me the hammer, Poppy? I was like, oh my God, stop it. Okay. Stop. Damn, this is just a very white section right here, bro. Y'all look like you talk about dividends and stocks in your off time, you know what I mean? What do you do for a living, dog? You work with computer. Hey, way to be fucking specific, you know? What about computers do you work? A lot of what? Big computers? This guy dropping drones in fucking like Israel right now. This guy's clearing out Hamas as we speak. All right, that's crazy, yo. Whatever, man. Are you married? You are. You guys have kids? How many kids? 4 kids. Hell yeah. All right. How old are they? Oh, they're at ages you don't even give a fuck anymore at this point. I can tell. No, I can tell by the way you're talking. You guys don't give a shit. Listen, can I ask you some questions? Because I literally recently found out that I'm going to be a parent. So, like, I got questions. You know what I mean? Yeah. On purpose. Yeah. Hey, military. On purpose, surprisingly. Yeah, I found out I'm having a kid, and I'm trying to figure out, do you guys beat your kids? What's that? In chess. That's some fucking computer talking shit right there. Yeah, I don't know. This family's wild. Yeah. Did y'all get beat as kids? Y'all got beat as kids? You from the what, 70s? Yeah, y'all motherfuckers definitely, y'all got beat as kids. Am I crazy in here? The rest of y'all got beat, military? You definitely got your asses beat, man. Yeah, fam, listen, I got my ass beat, you know what I mean? I was one of those kids. And to be honest with you, I deserved it. You know what I mean? Like, you come home, you had the report card strung out, all F's. You know, you knew what you were getting into. What? The chancla? What? Oh, okay. Oh, chancleta. Yeah. Right. I thought you were like, I just had a flashback of the guy talking to my wife in the house from TaskRabbit. I was like, I'm gonna hit this bitch right now. Yeah, no, man. Yeah, I got hit. Yeah, just like that, bro. Check clock this. Everything was thrown at me. You know what I mean? And like, here's the problem: is like I would get beat and I deserve this shit. But the problem was my dad would beat me and then I had the ugly cry. Ladies, you might understand this. You know that ugly cry that I. Yeah, I had one of those cries. So my dad would not only beat me, then he would mock me. My dad, he'd beat me, and all of a sudden I'd be like, I, and he'd be like, I of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Oh my God! You gonna mock me now? I don't know. I did beat the beating one time. I don't know if you guys ever beat the beating. One time I beat the beating where my mom hit me over the ass with a metal spoon, and the shit broke. You couldn't tell me shit for a whole week, buddy. I mean, I was walking around the house like I owned this shit like Conor McGregor. I was like, you'll do fucking nothing! By the way, guys, just so you know, I'm not saying you gotta beat your kids because you guys sound like a bunch of pussies. Like, you don't beat your kids, all right? Like, you're playing chess and shit. I'm not saying you gotta beat your kids. I'm just saying these days you gotta beat your kids, okay? Kind of. Because kids these days are bad. If you told me my dad was coming home, I was like, oh shit. I was fucking trying to hide and shit. You tell a kid his dad's coming home now, you're like, hey, your dad's coming home. He's like, who, Matt? Send that pussy upstairs. We'll see him when he gets here. Like, holy shit. Should have beat that kid. I'm the dad in that equation. What are you guys fucking slow? What's going on here? A lot of military in the house. I don't know. I've been with my wife for seven years now, which is a long time. We got any long-term relationships in the house? It always sounds so bad. You know, you ask the question and it sounds fucking terrible. It's always like, yeah, we're making it. We've seen some things. How long have you guys been married together, fucking chess? 26 years? Really? Let's go. Hell yeah. Did you guys match on the computer, buddy? Is that what you're doing in your off time? Yeah. 26 years. Damn, that's long. Can I ask you guys, do you guys do anything to like keep it fresh now that you're at 26 years? She's like, sometimes I dress like Hamas and he fucking drones me from the bedroom. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We did recently, so like we've been together for. Shut the fuck up. We did this thing recently where we filmed each other having sex. Have y'all done this? Yep. Fellas, I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't. Here's the thing, man. You think you're doing it right? Like in the moment, I thought I was killing that shit, right? I watched that thing back like it was a high school game and I lost by 30. I was just like, all right. And I was high at the time. I don't want to make excuses, but I was high. But in the moment, like, I thought I was killing it. I thought I was on, like, some Michael Jackson shit. Like, it's a thriller. Like, I thought I was killing it. And then I watched the video back. In the video, I looked more like Michael Myers. I was just... just fucking locked in on the pussy, dude. Still killing it, to be frank. If I'm being honest. Kind of still killing it. All right? Looked like I was in sport mode, dude. You can tell if I was an electric car going 20 or 80. I was just same look the whole time. Call me John Cena. And here's the problem is that's a true story. Look, I'm not dumb though. I fucking deleted that shit, right? Never to be seen again. And then my mom came into town and my mom was like, hey, can I see the photos from whenever you guys are overseas for your honeymoon? I said, no problem, right? I already deleted this shit. But I realized I didn't have all the photos, so I had to go to iCloud to get the photos. What do you think is the first fucking video that pops up when I hit my mom on the phone? Yeah, that's right. Exactly. All of a sudden you just hear press play, you hear, oh. It was me. I was like, give me that shit. Fucking. All right, guys. You guys have been fun, man. Thank you guys very much for having me. I hope you guys have fun tonight, man. God bless the Marines, dude. Fuck the Air Force.
All right, give it up for Matt one more time. You guys enjoying yourselves? You guys ready for your last comment? Listen, you guys have seen me coming up on this stage all day and all night, and I just want to let you guys know I'm actually a 21-year combat veteran with a Purple Heart. Thank you. And we all know that there's always a question we get asked. A lot of people get asked, have you ever killed anybody, right? Well, that's my number 2 question. I always got to ask, how do you feel about gays in the military? We're going to tackle that shit right now. Now, I'll tell you, I was in the infantry during the Don't Ask, Don't Tell era, and if there was ever a gay guy serving in the infantry at that time, I want him in the foxhole right next to me. Because them winter months get cold. And when I go home to my wife, if she don't ask, I don't tell, right? Are you guys ready for your last comic of the night? Listen, you seen her on HBO. Put your hands together for Linette Palladine.
Only the Air Force girls found that funny? That's amazing. I'm actually still in. Is anybody still in other than you Navy 3, 4, you Navy folks? I've been in 17 years, and after 17 years and 3 deployments, with the way the world is going, I'm like, there's a part of me that misses ISIS. Compared to Russians, tanks, and nuclear weapons, like, yeah, I miss ISIS. Putin is 70. Bro is 70. Like, relax, we get it. Your dick doesn't work. Nothing says my dick doesn't work like invading a country. Do you guys understand? Like, in America, we would have solved that with some Viagra and a blowjob. Does Russia have no interns? I love this middle group of civilians that just had a flashback to the 90s. Look, if that's what it takes to end the war, I'll do it. I'll blow Putin. But I'm not doing it for an award I already have. No. I want the big one. Nobel Peace Prize. And I want the citation to read, all gave some gave all. Linette gave head. I don't know if a Nobel Peace Prize comes with some prize money or anything, but Putin is worth $220 billion. Yeah, if I blow Putin for world peace, I better get $1 billion. Oh, you guys are on board. Sometimes people are like, Linette, you sound like a whore. I'm like, I think you pronounced hero wrong. I love the Ukrainians, though. They're all amazing. They're all going home. Ukrainians who left Ukraine a decade ago are going home to fight Russians. I am from New Jersey. If someone suddenly invaded New Jersey, I'd be like, do we really need Hoboken? Also, good luck taking Camden. You don't take Camden. Camden takes you. After my 3rd deployment, I lost a lot of weight on that deployment. Like 20 pounds, a lot of weight. When you haven't seen people in 10 months, they tell you. They're like, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight. Wow, you lost a lot of weight. You lost like a ton of weight. Really, a ton. In your memory of me, how fucking fat was I? I came home and I immediately got pregnant, made myself a human. Very regrettable. Clip it up if you got a wrecked vagina out there. Two brave women. It is trash. She's so unpleasant. Like, the other day, completely unprovoked, she said to me, "You're not going to heaven. Yeah, you're going to go to the other place down there." Because she doesn't know the word for hell, but she understands the feeling. So if you're wondering when the emotional developmental age is that you want to tell someone to go fuck themselves, but you don't have the words, it's 5. I try so hard. I do all the right things. Like I say I love you, and she says no. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll try again later. I'm like, I love you. She says no. I love Dada. Oh, okay. Well, while we're all sharing our truth, I just want you to know I drank while I was pregnant. And I don't feel bad. I don't, not even a little. Until I'm reading a story on the news about a kid that's like the same age as my kid, but this kid's a prodigy, right? Like they're about to play piano at Carnegie Hall. I'm like, oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have drank. All right, we'll make another one. We've been trying to make another one for a long time, for like 3 years, and it is not going well. And here's the thing, guys. I am Puerto Rican. I don't know if you've heard this about my peoples, but we are breeders. Yeah, we are very good at making other people. That's kind of our thing. But my husband is half Korean. So he just has these swimmers evading capture. I'm like, hey man, this ain't the DMZ. You could get caught. And we did all the testing, we did it all, and the doctor was like, I'm sorry, there's nothing wrong with you. This is what we call unexplained infertility. I'm like, oh, well, I just paid you a fuck ton of money. So figure it out, yeah? It's 2023, you can Google it. Make it up, I don't give a shit. You can tell me I have Wingardium Leviosa. Doctor's like, actually it's Leviosa. And doctors always try to be real gentle with you about it because it's a sensitive topic. They'll be like, you know, Miss Palladino, at your age, it's not just the quantity of the eggs that declines, it's also the quality. The quantity and the quality. The quantity and the it was just like the medical way of being like, look, bitch, you're old. Look, yeah, you should have found love a lot sooner. But it's wild. Like, female infertility could be anything, right? Like, your fallopian tubes are blocked, your uterine lining's all fucked up, Mercury's in retrograde, not this month, Virgo. Ugh. But male infertility, that's just one of 3 things. You either have the swimmers or you don't. If you don't, you're shooting blanks. It's like having an O'Doul's. Or sometimes you have the swimmers, but they don't know how to swim. And you're like, what happened? Did they grow up in an inner city school? What happened? Like, I never want to hear another man complain about the female sense of direction. No. It's like, no wonder you guys splooge 5 million at once. Half of them are just wandering around in there, like... Oh.
Wow. I love what you've done with the place. Is that an original HPV? The third one's my favorite. That's morphology. That's when the swimmers are shaped all funny. So like sometimes they have dented heads. Or they come out with two tails. And you're like, 2 tails? That sounds amazing. Like, what if that swimmer wins and my kid comes out with extra pinkies on both hands? They'll be so good at the piano. You guys have been a lot of fun. I'm Linette Palladine.
Give it up for Linette one more time. So there's something I like to do here when I have a great crowd like everybody here. I want to do a selfie with everybody in here, so we're going to see how this works. Can we get the lights turned up? And the spotlight turned off? All right, here we go. All right. So check this out. Did you guys enjoy the show tonight? All right. Just know everything you see that Combat Zone 360 does, 100% of all funds raised goes straight back to the veterans.